got to feel good to be 2-0 for the first time ever in the Peach Belt.
Yeah, we've been at this for 7 years now, and we've had a couple of really good teams roll through here, and we've never been 2-0. So to get it with a road win at Georgia College, and then to come back today and beat Clayton State after getting some bad news about Derek's knee was certainly a great way to go into the holiday. We've won 6 of our last 7, and I just couldn't be prouder of these guys. I tell you off the air all the time how much fun they are to coach. I'm not sure we're as good as we were the last 2 years talent-wise, but I do know I really enjoy coming to work with these guys every day, and I think this group embodies team play more than any group we've had here at Georgia Southwestern, and we've had some pretty good teams here, and these guys share the ball incredibly well. They don't really care who scores. We've had a different guy each night. We have 6 or 7 guys averaging between 6 and 12 points a game, but they play very well together. They practice very hard, and they're we just talked in the locker room. They're a group that likes being around each other, and it's a special group of guys, and I'm happy that they were able to get a big win today. We said a lot of games were going to go down to the wire and be close, and today we separated there at about the 10-minute mark, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
In the second half, Clayton State made 7 of 23 shots. That's 30%. But at one time, Mike, they were like 2 of 14. We played great defense the second half.
Right, and we've tried to, again, since I've been leading this program, we've tried to hang our hat on defense and rebounding, and I thought we were able to do both today. Michael Tankersley, you're going to look at a guy that had 2 points today, and didn't make a basket. But I'll tell you what, he guarded their best player, and he guarded the guy that scores the most points for them, and that guy had 4 today. We try to make teams beat us in a way that they don't normally beat us, and they had a couple of guys make some shots early that kept them in the game, but over the long period of time, and you play the odds like we did, Mike did just a tremendous job of sacrificing just about everything else in his game tonight to make sure that Murray didn't get going. He only allowed him 4 shot attempts.
Mike, we shot 32 free throws to only 10 for Clayton State. How important is it to you for us to get to the foul line?
Well, I think it does a couple things. Number one, we're really short-handed depth-wise, so it slows the game down. And anytime it's getting slow, that's good for Georgia Southwestern. The second thing, obviously, it gets a team foul and a personal foul on the opponent, but we're able then to play with our set defense. It isn't a scrambled floor, so we've got an opportunity to make the second free throw. We usually sub on the second free throw so that the game stops again, and now we've got a chance to make sure we've got the matchups the way we want them, we've got the set the way we want it, and then Coach Montz does such a nice job preparing these guys with the set calls. Anything we hear from the other bench, we usually have a pretty good idea of what's coming. So I think that the free throw attempts, in addition to being easy points, does a lot of things to help us. It makes us more efficient on the defensive end as well.
The last 2 games, I think we've seen the Melos Clute that we expected.
And you and I have talked not only on the air but off the air, and Milos is without question an all-conference talent. I don't think there's anybody that would debate that, and he's played the last 2 games like the guy that we anticipated having all year, and the guys love playing. Anytime you're a perimeter player, you love playing with a good big guy. And Milos was tremendous tonight, and his first double-double, he had 17 and 10, and that's the kind of play we should be expecting from Milos each night out. So I'm thrilled for him. I think he played his best game of the season, and we were able to get by tonight with Darryl being in horrendous foul trouble the whole game. So we were able to get by tonight with just essentially a 6-man rotation. But I'll tell you what, Adrian Knight, for the 7 minutes he played, he made a great back cut and got a layup. He made a great pass on a flex cut inside. So here's a guy that hasn't played much all year, kept himself ready, and when he was called upon, he did a great job today.
13 turnovers today. Is that a number you can live with?
That is the number. And we talk about we put on the board each game 13 turnovers or less. They really tried to get up in us and pressure Tyler and trap Jamon, and I thought they did a great job of really handling the ball. And it's tough because they're playing a lot of minutes and they're getting tired, but they really did a nice job. Alan Arnett is kind of that third ball handler, as a guy that doesn't turn it over much, and I thought that our guys did a really, really nice job of handling the pressure, and 13's the number. Anytime we turn it over, it's 2 games in a row we've had more assisted turnovers, and both of them in league games, and both of them have led to wins.
Mike, this basketball team continues to amaze me. Bobby Glover went down early. Austin Kelly left the team for personal reasons. We lost Derek Dawkins for the season the other night. How that's 3 guys that would be playing significant minutes.
Right, and Derek, Bob is already a proven commodity, and he started on the team and went to the NCAA tournament, so not having him hurt. Derek's knee was a freak thing. We talked about at Georgia College with a minute to go. He got kind of tripped up and kicked on a screen, and it was a pretty serious knee injury. And then Austin leaving the team, he had some personal things to deal with. So, but the one thing I will say, these guys are resilient. They practice hard every day, and I really think that each guy has a lot of confidence in the guy next to him because, number one, they know how hard the other guy practices, and number 2, our commitment to conditioning this year. We have really pushed these guys, in non-punishment situations, and we've pushed them during the week, and we've really conditioned these guys harder than any team I've ever coached. We really pushed these guys in terms of their overall physical conditioning. So I think our conditioning levels certainly helped as well.
Mike, I kind of hate to see the break.
Yeah, you'd like to think that we could keep this thing going, but it's going to give us an opportunity, again, to be a little bit shorthanded. We're going to have to tweak some things. We go on the road to North Alabama, and then we come back, and we've got South Carolina Aiken at home, who I think is as talented as anybody in our league. So we've got a long road stretch coming up here between now and the middle of January. So there's some things that we've got to tweak, and we didn't play any zone tonight. We're going to have to put in some zone stuff if we've got Daryl and Milos in there together. So it's a bad time for the break in one regard. Another one, guys should get kind of recharged because this is all we're going to have down the stretch, and we got to have everybody sharp, focused, healthy, and rested to give us a last great about 70 days when we get back from the break.
2-0 in the pitch belt sounds really good.
Sounds great, and again, I'm really, really happy. It's a position we've never been in before, and we got another home game against South Carolina Aiken at the beginning of January. I think this is a team people will enjoy coming out and watching play, and hopefully we'll get the crowds back like we had when the students come back, and it's just going to be a really, really nice holiday.
Thanks, Mike. Great job.
Have a great holiday.
Georgia Southwestern men's basketball coach Mike Leeder. Hurricanes winners today, 70-54.